I'm glad the vaccine is out there and people are using it. And there is something called the vaccine passport now, I guess.
Right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our podcast. This is Murungi, and we are at Big Local Podcast because we are Black, Global, and
And
Local.
local.
So
Hey,
I'm
girl.
joined once again with the
Mm-hmm.
girl Fatu.
Yeah, I'm too excited for today's episode. I was like, hey, girls. So, hey, y'all. This is Fatu. Thank you all for joining us again on another podcast episode. Yeah, I mean, today it's an exciting episode because we are travelers, and it's getting exciting a little bit because the world is opening up a little bit now to travel, and we love to travel. So we're going to talk about traveling while African here. So yeah.
Yes, and while you were at it, as I said, please follow us on Anchor and
Hmm.
SoundCloud, and don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube. Share, like, and comment. So we're just going to delve into this. Oh, just a thought of traveling like lights up my heart. I'm like,
True,
so
true.
happy. It's just a
Love
dreamy thing.
traveling. Just love it. Just love it.
Yeah, so when you travel, what do you travel to see or do? What do you go to do? Some people
Hmm.
say I'm for the food, others say I'm for scenery, others
Hmm.
say I'm for adventure. So, what are your places? What do you like doing? Where do you travel to?
Hmm. I mean, for me, being a Libra, my zodiac sign.
What does that even mean? Go
I,
on.
I I love beautiful things, yeah. So when I travel, it's usually for the scenery, just
Uh-huh.
to see something new, something to lighten my eyes, yeah. So those are things that I like. See something like just the environment and also people. Like I love learning about new people and their culture, new cultures and stuff.
Mhm.
So those are the main things why I travel is the beauty to see outside, and beauty is depends on what you define as beauty. For me, like beauty can be a lot of things. Just something new can be beautiful to me. So beauty, scenery, and the people. Those are usually things. And also, I'm all about fun. So having a little bit of adventure that I can actually tell my grandkids someday,
Oh.
it's something nice to have. I'll be like, oh, your grandma traveled to this place. I went to this place and did this and this happened. Yeah. So
Yeah.
those are things I like to capture. So yeah, those are the main things why I like to travel. My favorite things, places to go. So
I
what
don't
about
know
you?
if mine is connected to me being a Gemini. I don't know. But personally, I usually travel for in this particular order. I want
Hmm.
to have an adventure or an experience,
Hmm.
something like to immerse myself in something and just feel the feeling.
Hmm.
I love food, so street food. Sometimes I go to a place and I'm like, I need to try their street food.
Okay. Okay.
Emphasis is on the street food because I feel
Well,
that is where the magic is. That is where the extra is.
you are
And
strong.
yes,
Mm.
scenery, but mostly
Okay.
adventure, street food,
Mm.
and the scenery. That's
Okay.
when I'm going to a place that's what I mostly think about. What am I going to do there? What is
Hmm.
it that will get my adrenaline pumping? Yeah.
Okay. I mean, for the viewers watching, you can tell us in the comments below what are your why you travel, what are the reasons why you travel, so that we can all get into this conversation. So yeah, I mean, mm. So what places have you been to, and what was your favorite like from your travel adventures?
I could just stay here and just dream about everything else.
I know you have a lot of favorites. You can say two or three. I mean, it's okay.
Well, I've mostly traveled to some parts of Europe and
Hmm.
Southeast Asia.
Hmm.
I've gone to all what I would call the cliche areas. Italy, France.
Mm.
I've gone to Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Spain.
Okay.
I've also been to, I think one of my favorite places is Southeast Asia, mostly because of the street food, the food.
The food. Okay, girl.
So
We know you. The
Thailand,
food.
Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines, Sri Lanka, and Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite places, these are really cliche once again, but I
Okay.
really, really love Bali. Oh God, like
Mm.
Bali for me, it was both the experiences I had and
Mm-hmm.
the food. Like that is a place I want to go back. Guys, Bali is not oversold. For me, Bali was just it. Then the other place
Okay.
that I really, really enjoyed was Paris. But
Mm-hmm.
just that area, just around again
The ambience.
the ambience, like
Mm.
the Louvre, the Champs-Élysées, it's for me, the time I was there, it was more of a dreamy feeling. It was
Oh.
like it was really, really good. I think once again, I think Paris is not like overrated. I think
Mm-hmm.
what I say about it is what it is. So for me, those
Oh.
have been some of my favorite places.
Okay.
Yeah, what about you? Now I'm just dreaming.
I mean, for me, I've been to the US and also UK. I've not been to other countries, kind of countries in Europe. Netherlands, just for maybe one day.
Mhm.
But Southeast Asia, yeah, I've traveled a lot more in Southeast Asia, Korea, and also we went on a trip like the Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand trip.
You
I
should
mean, my
go
favorite,
back.
yeah, I want to go back. I want to go back, most definitely.
Ah,
But I guess like one of my favorite places was Indonesia also and Bali,
Bali.
and mainly because of the adventure, like going there,
Yes.
like, getting there late and climbing the mountain at late at night. It was
Yes.
an adventure, but you know what I love about it was the thrill, yeah, of okay, I'm gonna get up there a little bit, yeah, I'm doing this actually. I didn't think I was gonna do this because I'm a lazy person, but I did it actually. So and also getting up there in the mountain and seeing the view, oh, it was just breathtaking. It was nice. It was you felt okay, I've done something. I
Yeah.
did something great. That's how I felt
And when we
after
saw
that.
the sun like rise up behind the mountains, for me, I
Mm,
felt like fulfillment. I felt like, my goodness, like right there is the greatness. This is purely being alive, you know?
yeah, yeah.
That's how I felt. I'm like, oh God, this is just mm.
True, true. It was an adventure. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, that part. Yeah, I loved it.
So how has your, attitude changed towards traveling these days? I mean, we cannot run away from the fact that the pandemic is here. Some countries have gone back into lockdown. There's the
Mm,
whole uncertainty about vaccination and vaccines, all
mm-hmm,
these things around vaccination. So we really can't say for sure that by this time,
mm-hmm.
travel will be back to what we thought is
It
normal.
was. I mean, for me, my attitude changed in the way that like I think it's a lot. It takes a lot to travel these days. I plan to travel to my country like in January, but I had to pause it because I had to take tests. There were restriction in this particular country. This particular country, I have to do this. I have to wait this. It was just a little bit too much and a little bit more expensive than I particularly planned. So I had to stop. But with the COVID, mainly is the vaccination, the restrictions. It's just a lot these days. But I'm glad the vaccine is out there and people are using it. And there is something called the vaccine passport now, I guess, that when you have it, you can travel. So I want to take the vaccine as soon as possible, for real. Like, I hopefully Japan will distribute it as soon as possible so that I can travel again. But having that new hope that okay, there's a vaccine, people can travel again, have their life regained again. So
Mhm.
that's something nice. But that hasn't stopped me. like from traveling, because I've been traveling around Japan.
That is
Just
true.
this January, I was in Sapporo, like which is the north
Sapporo,
of
yes,
Japan. North of Japan,
nice.
like yes, it was very nice. So much snow, like, but it was just a new experience dealing with so much snow in a new place. So it was very nice. And probably by the end of this month, I'll be going to Okinawa. It's also the south, which is a bit warm. Yeah, now it's warm,
Girl,
but just warm, and you see the beaches. It's just
I envy you.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm still traveling within Japan, but outside Japan, hopefully within the next 2 3 months, things will open up more. We are very enthusiastic, so yeah, hopefully. What about you? Has anything changed toward?
Well, for me, the biggest scare is, being stuck in a
Mhm,
place. Like maybe if I decide to go home and
mhm.
maybe I'm in transit or something, then I get stuck in a place that's not home. For me, that is
Oh,
like my biggest scare. I'm scared of being stuck somewhere where I can't do anything about. Maybe if I'm in transit and they're like, but now you have to stay here for like 2 days. Wait,
mm,
we need to give you transfer. I don't know. For me,
yeah,
being
that
stuck in a
thing.
place that's not home is scary for me. And also, I mean, picking the virus in flight.
True, true. It's a
For
tight
me, those
place,
are
so
my
yeah.
two biggest scares now, and that is how my attitude has really changed. And I hope, eventually, God, this madness needs to, we
And
need to get over this. But for me, that is it. Just those two. Just those two.
okay, okay,
Yeah. So
that's good.
in your case, when let's paint a picture where all this is done with and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
where do you want to go? Like, what will be your first destination, or what are the destinations on your list to, like, after this? Hmm?
Hmm.
This is where I have to go. God forbid
Let's see.
another pandemic
I have a
strikes.
couple of places, but right now I'm thinking of actually places in Africa, Kenya and Tanzania. Yeah, those two places is just like my first is the first thing that I want to go. I love Uganda. I'm gonna go to Uganda
I was
when I
waiting for
get
you
there.
to add it to the list, girl.
Of course, I'm gonna get there. But Kenya and Tanzania, I would love to go to those places most
Why those in
definitely.
particular?
Because okay, I see how people are putting it out online, yeah, how Kenya is, how Tanzania is, but it's not just that. For me, I just want to experience another part of Africa. Like I've had Kenyan friends and Tanzanian friends in Japan here, so being able to experience their culture back home, it's something that I want. And I also, how will I fit? I'm also black like them. Like, will I be recognized as an outsider or something like that? So
Mhm.
that's just something I want to do. Maybe stay there for maybe 2 3 weeks, just experience the place. That's what
Yeah.
I want. Like within the central part of Eastern Africa, central part of Africa. That's where I want to go first. So those are the two places that's on my list. Also Philippines is on my list. If I'm still here in Japan. So yes, but Kenya and Tanzania are top for me. What about you?
Well, that means that I have failed as a friend. I have failed as a Ugandan to sell Uganda to you. If it's just Kenya and Tanzania
No,
top of your list, I need to do better.
Uganda, Kenya, it's just next to each other. So don't
It's
worry, I'm gonna.
different. It's
It's not different.
different. Anywho, we shall talk about this. We shall talk about this after. Hmm?
Okay,
But
okay.
just like you, when this is over,
Mhm.
Africa, I want to experience a different part of Africa.
Mhm.
And I will start, actually, I'll start with home. There's a lot of places in UG that I need to visit to see.
Okay.
So for
Mhm.
me, it would be UG, then our neighbors, Kenya and Rwanda. It's not
Mhm.
very expensive to go to any of these countries, especially
It's
by
not.
bus.
You cannot real exactly bus.
But
Yeah.
but I don't know why all these years it has crossed my mind, but I don't know. I never really got down to the planning and the nitty-gritties.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
West Africa, Guinea is on my list.
Okay.
Senegal,
Mm.
Nigeria, Mali. Those are the
Mm,
two Africa. Those are the four West African countries I want to go to because I've been to Ghana. Then
mm-hmm,
Southern Africa, we have Swaziland, Botswana.
mm-hmm.
Those are the places I really want to go to. Of course, South Africa, Sun City, yay. And also
Yeah.
northern part that is Morocco. And of course
Okay.
Seychelles. Oh my God, like Seychelles. That is a place I have been
A
wanting to go
destination, vacation destination.
for forever. So first it will be home somewhere in UG, parts of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And then also one of the places I really, really want to go to is the Maldives.
Okay.
Maldives,
It's around Asia
Santorini.
here, so you can. Hmm.
Santorini, and I want to go to Dubai, just because people have been to Dubai.
Yeah.
It's
True. True. True.
but for all the others, it's purely want to experience an adventure and
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
experience life differently. That is why I would like to go to the other places.
Oh, okay. I'm glad we want to go to the motherland. Africa has been on my place. Like, I really want to travel around Africa. Yes, most definitely. And I will for sure.
Mhm.
Mm.
Now, talking about traveling within Africa, what do you think are some of the things why we Africans are not traveling in our own motherland?
I mean, I don't know about other people. For me, maybe I didn't have the opportunity. If I had studied somewhere in Africa, maybe somewhere like Nigeria or Ghana, get I would have had the chance to travel more around
Mhm.
Africa. But after high school, I didn't spend a lot of time in Africa. I've been
I
traveling
see.
around Asia mostly. So that was the thing, not having the chance. I think other people, like now, a lot of people are getting more into traveling around Africa and getting to know those places. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
before, maybe because of some setbacks that Africa had with regards to war and a lot of other things like that media portrayed us Africans and our
Wrong
countries.
portrayals.
Yes, that so those are things that might stop that might make people not to want to travel to Africa. But now people are seeing another side of Africa, that Africa there, Africa that is developed, Africa that shows the culture, Africa that shows like who are we as people, like welcoming people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think more people are getting into that trend to travel to Africa and experience it. Not just to go there and report people are in poverty or whatever, but to just experience, be there with people, experience their life. Yeah. There is happiness in poverty. There's some people that live in poverty, but they are happy actually. Imagine being outside in Africa, just sitting outside, chatting with people. That is something that you don't usually do in Europe or Japan here, just chatting outside, drinking tea. It's not something common, but we have that kind of peace in Africa, and people do that. So
Well, for me, I think as Africans, we've not been able to travel in other parts of Africa. First of all, mm, we don't market Africa to ourselves,
I guess.
right?
Hmm.
We like the tourist boards in our countries are
Hmm.
focused on getting people from other continents to come to Africa. They're not selling our countries to us. That is one problem. Also,
Hmm.
other African countries are not selling themselves to other African countries.
Countries, true,
So
true.
I think the marketing, but now with COVID, now they're like, wait a minute, we need to serve the local market. And now
Hmm.
you're hearing people, they've reduced prices here, they have certain packages, they're trying to make it more affordable. Instead of someone
Mm-hmm.
paying in dollars, they can pay in the currency there. So that is one of the things. Two, I also feel like, we are Africans, but there's still visa restrictions.
I know, right? Within Africa.
I mean, it is one big chunk of land. Why do we have visa restrictions? You know? And when I look at, for example, countries where Uganda is allowed to go to Ugandans are allowed to go to visa free, and those that where we need visas either on arrival or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, I realize it's a thing of Francophone Africa and Anglophone Africa. For many of
Mm.
Anglophone Africa, we can go to those countries without. without visa. But
Mm.
I don't think I can go to Guinea without a visa. I don't think I can go to Mali without a visa, And I'm like, guys, we need to scrap this visa business for fellow Africans.
I mean, I understand the visa business because there's some people that maybe travel for different reasons, yeah. But those are just some small percentage. But for me, like I think it's all about which area of Africa you're in. I'm in West Africa. I can travel to Guinea visa free. So West Africa, all of West African, the ECOWAS, so we can travel within each other without any visa.
Now you see, that is the block. As ECOWAS, you are allowed to travel there. But again, we're all Africans. Come on, open it
But the
up.
thing is that we cannot travel to
Come on.
East Africa without visa. We also need visa in East Africa and
Let me
South
tell you,
Africa.
there's more countries that where East Africans allow more countries to come in without visa. If you check it out,
Okay, okay.
yes, there's more countries. There's very few countries where different Africans need visa to get into
Mm,
the East African countries. So there's that kind of bias. I don't know. Our leaders need to check that. Our
check
leaders,
that. True, true.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
A little bit
So
about traveling while African, the places we have gone to. Why do we actually want to travel? And right now with the new changes with COVID, what's the change in our attitudes with regards to traveling?
mhm,
And what's our hope for the future, like for the places that we want to travel. So this is a good start with regards to talking about traveling, a good positive opening. So yeah, it was a good episode. So I guess next episode we can talk more about like with regards to challenges, I guess, that we face, and some tips, actually some good
yeah.
tips that we'll give. Um, as actual, we are not expert travelers, but
No, we don't.
I've traveled a lot, so I can give some tips about when you travel, what you need to do, and what some things to avoid. So yes, for this is probably for our next episodes that are to come. So yeah, thank you all for listening today. Any last words, Marungi?
Guys, please follow us on Anchor and SoundCloud.
Mm.
Subscribe and put some comments in the comment section. Otherwise, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.